Hey guys, welcome back to another stream. I hope you can all hear me now. Sorry about the technical issues. Got a brand new audio setup, so for some reason it wasn't working and I just restarted it. But now it all seems to be working just fine, which is brilliant. How does the audio sound? Does it all sound okay? All the levels are good. You can see me, you can see the game, all of that kind of good stuff. But yeah, we are back. We are back streaming. I know I haven't been streaming for a while, and that's because I've been working on getting an episode out. But also, I've been saying, I've got a new audio setup. So yeah, I've been setting all of that up. For those of you who are curious, this is the Wave DX microphone connected to a Wave XLR. So yeah, but we are back on the Fantasy Inspired SMP. Now, unfortunately, I have some bad news, guys. This is going to be the final stream that is from this world. Me and my partner have been playing on this world, and we have decided that yeah, we have done all that we wanted to do on this world. I'll just sleep. Very nearly time to sleep. The sun is setting. There we go. Sleeping song, sleeping song. But yeah, we have decided that we've kind of done all that we wanted to on this world. We did have big plans for the rest of this area, but it just started to feel like it was getting very samey, a lot of buildings, a lot of facades, and not very much gameplay. So what we are going to do is we are going to be starting a new SMP, but I will be talking to you all about that once we've figured out the specifics and once we've got it all working. We are probably going to be waiting until 1.21 comes out on all of the mods that we use and the Datapacks and things. But yeah, today is the last stream of this world, and I thought what better thing to do than to do a world tour. So this is obviously all the thing that we've been working on together, but there is an awful lot of things that we did before I started making videos on this world. So let's head right back to the start of the world, and I can show you around. But how are we all doing today? I hope we're all doing good. So apologies again for the weird start to this this stream, but I'm sure that's all good. So we have to fly all the way back following this torch line in the nether, and yeah, I'm going to show you kind of everything that we've been working on. Now, we've been playing on this world since about sort of November 2022, and it's now June 2024, so quite a long time, to be honest, and I'm already getting lost. And we'll just go back through this nether portal here. But yeah, we've got exciting things to come. Let me just put this up here. I had a list together of all of the things that I wanted to show you. So we started off spawning on this little bit of sand right here, which was our world spawn. In fact, this cobblestone block was the very first block that I stood on. Obviously it wasn't cobblestone at that time, I have changed that since. But this is where we spawned in, near a jungle, and if we just hop over here somewhere, down in this little cave was where I spent my first night on this world. And it was right in here. We obviously had a few chests and things that I've since moved out, and we had a mine shaft going down. Pretty standard starter cave. It's weird to see it again, yes it is. But yeah, this is where I lived for the first few nights, and as you gradually get more and more things together. You can see we've got a random block of sand here and all sorts of stuff. We did actually build a house here, and this was the house that we lived in for quite a while. We had some other little temporary farms and things over there. We had a little bridge going over. If I hop into FreeCam, you can still see some remnants underneath. You can see all of our strip mines down here. And yeah, this was our kind of storage room and lots of different things going on around here, different chests everywhere. Doesn't look like much now that it's all just flattened. But yeah, this was our starting area and doing all of the starting Minecrafty things. And then we moved on, and we initially, when you obviously first go into the Nether, you haven't broken through bedrock or anything like that yet. So in fact, what's this over here? Yes, this is a map of our little area. This is actually really cool to see. I didn't realise we'd kept this. So we had our very basic starter base there, with a path going down to the tree line and a path going over to, I think, what was a cactus farm and a sugarcane farm over there. You can see this is where we are right now. But yeah, when you first go through to the Nether, you're obviously in under the bedrock and in the actual scary Nether. So I will show you our initial Nether hub. Obviously we've got a way down here, we've broken bits of bedrock and that to get up and down. So if we just hop down this ladder, down the ladder, down the ladder, down the ladder, down the ladder. It is very strange to see all of this. Obviously you guys haven't seen any of this before. But yeah, we've got a cool idea for what we're going to be doing next. Now, this here was our starting Nether hub. You can see that we've got little tunnels going off to where all the portals were, and they go in all different directions. A pretty standard enclosed Nether hub. And down here was where we interacted with our first Strider. And has also been where we've been gathering lava during the rest of our world. Oh, hello. No, oh, we don't want to do that. There we go. So you can see we've been gathering lots of lava from around here. There's kind of a circular area that we've been gathering it all in. And here's a Strider. Can't get on them. And we've got our netherite mine down there. How do you feel saying goodbye to the world? I feel a mixture of emotions, in all honesty. I feel a bit sad. This world has been going on for, gosh, a year and a half, almost 2 years, I think. So it feels very strange to say goodbye to it, but in another sense, I'm really excited for what we've got coming up next. So yeah, a bit all over the place. Obviously the start of Minecraft can be quite a sort of grind, and it is always nice to have loads of resources and do mega builds and have an elytra and netherite gear and all of that kind of thing. But yeah, it's weird, I think. I'm very close to this world. This world will always hold a special place in my heart. This is obviously the first world I've ever streamed on, and the world that I restarted my YouTube journey on. So I think it will always have a special place in my heart. Now, one of the first farms that we did was a spider farm. We found a spider spawner not too far away, and we made it into a spider farm. If we just hop into FreeCam, it's very dark, but you can see that the spiders would spawn in here, and then go down this channel, where we would just stand here and kill them, and then all of the hoppers take them up and sort them into these chests. So you've got string on that side and everything else on that side. But yeah, the final spider killed in the farm. We've got a little maintenance hatch to all of our redstone and things. As you can see, this is quite early days redstone, pretty simple. There's a lot of auto droppers and things. Bit all over the place. So that was the very first farm that we built. Now, with this world, I may be able to figure out a way that you guys can have a look around it and download it for yourselves. So if that is something that interests you, let me know in the chat, and also in the comment section of this VOD. That'll be where I check the most. I do read every comment, of course, but what else have we got? We've got just a desert in that direction and a mesa in that direction that we've used for mining. That's spawn. And then if we head over in this direction, I think this was just a way to the jungle, yep. We've got all of these signs in different places. We have the end, in fact, let's go through that. So once we broke above bedrock, that was it, and we built our nether hub up here. It's a bit of a sort of crude nether hub. We did start making it a bit fancier over there, and I'll come to that in a bit. But ultimately, it's just a load of torch lines with signs, nothing too extraordinary. But if we just hop to the end, obviously we killed the Ender Dragon. That's an essential part of Minecraft. Found the stronghold, all of that good stuff. And let's just hop in here. Now I don't think I have a pumpkin, so I'm going to look down. I don't need to look down in real life, Clevprof. I was doing that as well. But if I just head over here, I should be able to grab a pumpkin. There we go, carved pumpkin. Okay, so now we've got a pumpkin on. I've got a resource pack that doesn't give me the overlay. But yeah, this was the end, pretty standard. We did make a Wither Rose farm, taking advantage of snow golems and putting a wither down here. And the only other thing we did in the end was over here. So we obviously opened an end gateway, and not too far away was an end city, which is where we got one of our elytras. To be careful here, wait for the world to load in. Where are we? Over here. Now you can obviously see that there's some infrastructure over here. This is a shulker farm that we built. I'm not going to be able to credit everyone from who designed all of these farms, but yeah, this isn't my own design. We did just follow a tutorial for this one. And it works in the sense that the shulkers kind of move up all the way, and then they get stuck into this minecart, and then with entity cramming they end up dying, and their shulker shells drop and follow down here into this very basic storage system that is protected from endermen because it's built out of glass. But I think that's it for one dimension. Obviously you don't do too much in the end overall. Can I land this? I can. Ooh, that was close. There we go. Now I've no idea where we're actually going to come back out. We've come out over here. which is actually the next thing that I wanted to show you. So that works out quite well. Now if I just sleep. Sleeping song, sleeping song, sleeping, sleeping, sleeping song. So all of this up here, around here, was an eco village that we made. So once we moved out of that sort of starter spawn area, we moved here, and this was a work in progress for a long time until we came up with the idea of doing some fantasy builds. Because it was getting a bit samey and we were having the sort of building the same style of building, you can see, with the mossy roof and the concrete and the same sort of block palette, so we wanted to get a bit more adventurous. But this is the second iteration of our home. If I show you around, this is like the main hallway here. We've got it's very sort of eco, bringing nature inside theme, which is a theme I really did like. Then we've got a kitchen in here with like little bits of storage, a wall of things that we wanted to do. And then up here, I'll come back to this door, we had a little office that I don't think we ever finished detailing. And we had a bedroom with a 4-pillar bed. Now out here we went onto the roof, and we have a little campfire pit, and this leads back around to the top of the stairs. We've got a little chandelier. While we're outside though, we've got all of these little solar panels. These were going to be some farms for decoration, some more trees that we were going to build. A cocoa bean farm was here at one point, and it all kind of loops back around into here, and then we can go back down. We've got all this sort of decoration that I really do like. And this was our kind of like, what's the word? Our kind of enchanting area. This is what really inspired us to go with the fantasy theme. So we've got our enchantment table, and there was an anvil here, and we had a little nether wart farm and things, kind of things that you expect for enchanting and potions. Then through here we had a kind of a living room with a fireplace. Just sit here and I've still got a pumpkin on my head. There we go. Just sit here and kind of warm your feet by the fire. And then back here, Minecraft being a bit weird, we had a bathroom that we never did actually finish. That was meant to be a kind of natural eco shower. And then down here we had what was our storage room. We obviously took all of this out when we moved to the dwarven area, but this had a lot of complicated redstone behind it. You can kind of see the area that was carved out for redstone. A lot of it was automated. You'd kind of put them in here, put all of the items in here, and they'd go through a redstone maze under here, and mine carts and all sorts. And then we had this little aquarium that still has a few fishies in it, with our all of our items would go up there as well, and then out and around the water stream, so you could kind of stand in here and see all of the items that would go around. It's going to be funny to see how much is unfinished. Yes, it is, yeah. But yeah, you got all of these fishies, and then we had another sorting room, sorting storage room over here. This is going to kind of be a whistle-stop tour of everything because there is a lot to cover. Now we had a little hot tub outside here. And over here we had our lichen farm, just a very quick sort of temporary thing that we could put together, and it would bone meal lichen. Now around here you can see we didn't even finish the paths. Some of these are taken out from when we took everything down. But up here, the sound of the mud is quite satisfying. Yeah, that's cool. But we have our stables. And in here we've got Bluey and Bingo. And some parrots and a dog, and this is where all of our sort of pets were living. Again, with the mossy roof. Out back we had a little area where we could walk them and things. Now if we just follow the paths around. I didn't even finish building a path here, look. You can see when we expanded the house, because there was obviously a path that went along there and connected up to that one. But this over here is a library. Now the premise of this was that we would have villagers inside to kind of give them more space, and we'd go into different buildings to try and trade with them. So this is our library. You can see tons and tons and tons of books. And we've got our map of the area that I don't think made much. Yeah, the map still needs updating. And we have all of our different mob heads around here. We just head back out. And it's kind of a circular building that goes around. You have this little like working area where you can sit with a laptop and do some studying. And then round here, this was where the librarians lived. Now, unfortunately, a load of our librarians did get struck by lightning and turned into witches. So I don't quite know how that happened in this building. That will forever be one of the mysteries of this world. But then we were playing around with armor stands, and you can see we've got Grian, Mumbo and Scar doing some yoga. Here are our villagers. The ones that survived, the only two survivors. We've got these little like workstations. You've got a TV, maybe a coffee table up here, and a way out up at the top with quite a nice view of the area. We've got this little walkway all the way around that looks really cool. And then if we head over here, you've got like a temporary chorus farm. That's our nether portal that connects back up to the nether hub. This was a mossy carpet farm. It would bone meal from underneath and then pour water above, and then you just go around and collect it. In here, this is our blacksmiths with an automatic furnace array underneath. I don't know where the blacksmith is. There was a villager in here that was a blacksmith as well. He obviously slept up there. And yeah, we've got all of our tools on the wall. We've got the lava. Lots of little details in this one. Starting to get the hang of like using armor stands. Out here you had this kind of like hoist for the lava that would like be making all of the iron and the buckets and things. And if we just head back round, you can see out the front you've got all your sort of temporary farms and things. You've got like a clay farm that we were working on. Over there a sniffer farm, vines, gathered a few sheep if we needed them. We were originally going to put a swimming pool under here as well. But yeah, never got round to that. And then if we follow up here, this is the back of the furnace array. Now in here, we've got a melon and pumpkin farm that was far too big and produced more melons and pumpkins than we could ever truly need. In fact, if we hop up here, there's probably a load on top. No? Okay. But yeah, it was just absolutely full of melons and pumpkins. And we just picked some up as well. Then next, this was kind of our farming street. So next along our farming street, we had our sugarcane farm, which went all the way back around here as well. So once the sugarcane reached up to the observer, the pistons would fire and push them into this water stream, and then across there and into the hopper, and the same on this side here. But of course we made little buildings for each of them with the same style, lots of resources gathered for each one. And then the next one that we have is this one over here, which was our dripstone farm. So once that grew to the next layer, the pistons would push all of them, and it's a very similar design to the sugarcane farm. And then they'd come into the chests over here. And then in here, if we just sleep first of all, if it does feel really weird, it's very like, it might be very sudden to you guys, but we've been coming up with an idea for what we want to do next, and yeah, we just kind of decided that we'd done everything, we'd built everything that we wanted to, and that it was all getting a bit samey. But in here, this is a oak, birch and spruce farm. There's probably little bits of logs in here, yeah. And the way that this would work would be that you'd put all of the bone meal into that chest. You could then go around inside the building, through here into this maze of redstone, and you'd turn it on somehow. I'm sure there's a lever somewhere that we'd have to flick, but I can't remember where that is. And yeah, we'd stand against the door just like this and place them, and the bone meal would come out and push them into a TNT chamber, and all of the saplings and things would be recycled. The lever's up here, just there. I do like the principle of keeping things in their own building and having a big sort of city or town. Now over here, this was initially a carrot and wheat farm, but it later just became a wheat farm. We've got the villagers in here that would kind of fill up their inventories. Oh, there's still some carrots around. And then there's hoppers underneath that would allow them to be picked up. And we've got their little bedrooms here so that they're able to spend the night and then go back to farming. And then all of our items would come through here. Just like that. So yeah, this obviously took quite a while. Lots of different resources have gone into this area. But this was our eco-village. Down there you've got a mud maker. We did have a bamboo farm. Maybe some of you will remember me taking that down in one of the streams that we did. Sniffer farm over there. All of this kind of standard stuff. It's kind of very, very unfinished, isn't it? I guess it looks like we kind of left in a hurry. Now, if I hop back into my out of free cam, I can show you over here. So one other thing about this world is when 1.20 came out, we were on this world, and yeah, we wanted to experiment with all of the new mobs and things. So we built this little camel sanctuary. We brought a camel back and made it its little a nice little place. And we can go on a little ride around. There we go. Oh, look at it with its ears. And we can leave the camel there. But yeah, this nice sort of hot glass dome for the camel to sort of emulate being in a desert. And then over here, this was the first bit of content that I made for my channel. Yeah, I guess we did get excited about the fantasy area. And this is the bee farm that is capable of producing both honeycomb and honey bottles. All down here, you can see them all popping out of their hives and things. And then there's one other bit over here. It looks very janky. It was always the intention to take this down, but this was kind of our villager breeder. What we wanted to do on this world was make it very ethical and vegan, so we didn't want to have like the villagers trapped in any particular area. We wanted them to be able to roam around, and we made this hotel for them with rainbow beds, so that they'd always be making more babies. But then again, you don't want it to be completely like unregulated, where they could just kind of run around and be all over your world. You still need some level of control. But I think that's most of this area. There should be something coming into render distance over here that we can show. Just get my list back up. Done that one, we've done that one. Yeah. So we've got this over here, which is a slime farm that is of my own design. If we just try and land up here, we can head down here. So the way that this works is that you would stand around here, and then if we hop into free cam, right under here is a slime chunk that we found. You can see the slimes here. They're attracted to the iron golem, and then they get hit. The big ones get hit by the iron golem, and the small ones get burnt on the magma. And then underneath there's just a minecart picking up all the slime balls, sending it into a bubble elevator that goes all the way up here. It does look a bit weird floating, and then they go up there and into the storage. And as you can imagine, I've actually taken most of them, unless it starts this end. Yeah, I think I must have used most of those. Now, if we just hop back into the Nether Hub, we can talk about this. So the original plan was that we would have like different coloured carpet going to different places, so that we'd be able to signify it and would know what is where. But yeah, that took a lot of wool, and we did decide to kind of make it a little bit like a tube station with these archways on both sides, so it was like a platform in the middle. But yeah, we never did actually finish that. Now if we just follow the orange line over here, we've got our copper farm. So quite a few streams ago we did actually improve the efficiency of this farm. Essentially it's a zombie spawner that sends them up, pushes them through the water so that they turn into drowns. Once they've turned into drowns, that will open and then drop them down to a killing chamber where we can then get a load of copper, which as you've seen our steampunk city, that's required quite a bit of copper. We've still got some in here, and we lit up all of the caves and improved all of the efficiency and had quite a few funny moments in that one. So if we just hop back through, we are racing through this actually. I thought this was going to take quite a while to do. I guess obviously when you're building it, it takes months to build something, and then in actuality, like showing it around is like, oh yeah, that's it. It feels a bit underwhelming, really. I mean, we have achieved an awful lot on this world. Like, all of these have had to be designed. This is a villager called Sock. Don't ask me, I don't know why. But this was a mob farm that we built. Now, if we wait for the world to load, you'll see that the eco village is actually just over there. There we go. You can start to see our wood farm coming into render distance. But this was a mob farm that we built that was it was meant to look a bit like Azkaban. I don't know why it was meant to look like Azkaban, but yeah, we had all of the mobs would spawn inside, and then they'd be taken and pushed down. It's hard to see because there's obviously in fact, if I do there we go. If I do this, we can see all of the mobs inside. I've just changed something on my camera so that you can all see it. All of the mobs will come in, and then when this is actually on, which it for some reason it isn't, so if we turn that on, an item just falls down into that water stream. We saw it there, connected to a monostable circuit, and then to this clock here. And then we'll see all of the mobs pushed down. That's actually really satisfying to see. And then onto the campfires. And then all of their items go into this hopper line. And then up a bubble elevator. Like that. And I'll turn this off. And then they all come up here. And then get sorted into all of these chests. We end up with so much rotten flesh in the world, but yeah. And then we'd be able to kind of trade some rotten flesh with Sock here for some emeralds and get some more redstone if we needed to. So that was our initial mob farm and our sort of secondary area, I guess you could say. Let me just get my bearings. I think this is the slime farm here. Now, if we hop over here, we've got a farm in the Nether. Now, can you guess what this farm is? Any ideas? I'll give you a hint. A gold farm, yes. And so the way that this one would work would be that you'd head up this scaffolding and then shoot one of them, and then you could stand here and just swing your sword, and you'd get lots of different lots of gold and things, which would get split out and put into all of these chests here. Now, some of them would actually drop down here into those hoppers down there. I don't know why there's a pig there. And down here, you'd have a load of gold ingots coming in to a bartering farm. And this bartering farm would obviously be able to give you all of these different items, which is a real game changer. Having a renewable supply of gravel and iron and ender pearls and obsidian and leather and things makes a massive difference. And then one other farm that we have in the Nether, oh actually there's two, forgot about one to show you. We've got this one, which is our Froglight farm. So if we flew up like this, we'd get some magma cubes spawning, and then we'd be able to kill the big magma cubes, and depending on which frog light we need, we'd have the frogs come out and kill the baby ones and give us frog lights. Now if I just fly back, if I get some flight duration free ones, because this is a little way away, back over here in the Nether hub, we have this one. Now this is the Nether side of it. Oh, there are some hoglins and things in here. There we go. Oh, ow. There we go. Okay. So if we hop into the overworld part of this one, the color palette might be able to give it away, and it's actually nighttime, so I'll just sleep. Sleeping song, sleeping song, sleeping, sleeping, sleeping song. And what we have is over here, we have a guardian farm. So we conquered an ocean monument and then built this guardian farm. It's always easier to show you in free cam how this all works. So we have most of the guardians spawning in here, and then there's bubble columns, which I don't think we can see at this distance, which push them up, and then the water pushes them into the nether portals, and they go through to the other side where they fall in lava and then go up to back into what we just saw. So if we hop back into the nether, now of course in the next series I will be bringing you guys along from the very beginning. I know I didn't in this series, and it kind of started when I'd already established lots of things, but yeah, you can this was how we'd get loads of prismarine shards and crystals and cod and ink sacs, and just at the very bottom we've just got these very basic torch towers sending everything up. Oh, they were campfires, not lava. So that's how we would have things sent up. You can see it's actually firing now, sending things all the way up. And yeah, that was, I think, most of the farms in the nether. If we hop back over here now, we get to the area where most of you guys will have been seeing. So we've got this nether portal over here, and this takes us inside the mushroom. This mushroom here. Just waiting for the world to load a little bit. There we go. So this is actually a mob farm. It's certainly not the most efficient, but it's a very similar design to what we had before. In fact, almost identical, except just with a different timer system, and then all of the mobs fall down, and then they come up, all of their drops come up here into this sorting system. You can tell I like my sorting systems. In fact, someone tell me in replay the VOD and tell me how many times I say the word sorting system in this stream. Because I imagine it's quite a lot. Now, the best way that you can do with a mob farm is to get further away from it. So we did have this upstairs area, and then this area here where we could AFK at, and have all of the mobs spawn down below. So this was the first thing we built in the fantasy area. Unfortunately, this one didn't actually make an episode, I was still learning how replay mod worked and didn't have a microphone and things at the time. Oops, let's just throw a rocket over there then. Okay, now we come to the main area. The steampunk city that I'm sure a lot of you will have seen in thumbnails and in my videos and streams. And let's just take a full immersion tour. You can really see that the style of building and the level of building and things has gone up drastically. So the first building that we have is this clock tower here. This was the first one that we built. Now inside we've got all of our villagers, as well as some armor stands. And we've got this kind of like little marketplace that I think looks so cool. We've got Mini Me and Mini Fredo playing building blocks, which is still one of the cutest things in this world. Oh, look at that. And then we've got bubble elevators, hello, up to the next level, where we've got villagers roaming around and people trying different things. We've got like a shoot the target game over here. You can see the arrow is in mid-flight. We are very cute indeed, Fredo. Got people deciding what they want, people with kids. And then we head up here. And we've got our villages that we were going to make into different enchantments. We did the mending one on stream. And we've got a little juggler here that looks pretty cool. This is with an armor stand data pack that we made all of this. And then we head back up. And we've got this darker area, which is home to a carrot farm, similar design to the wheat farm. The farmer drops the carrots on the ground and they all end up in these chests here. And then we've got a big powdered snowdrop on all layers right the way down to the bottom, so we don't take any damage. But that's the clock tower, which was the first thing that we built. It's hard to remember the order, so I think we'll just kind of walk around. And we've got this building here. Now this one is an exclusive to this stream, so if you have watched this stream, you're the only people that will ever see this building, unless I obviously do a world download. And yeah, it is a very new build by Fredo. It looks so cool. You've got all of these cogs on the side over here. And the cogs up here, the different roof shapes. I love this build so much. Obviously we had all of these plots that we were going to fill in, but I don't think that's going to be happening now, as we're going to be starting a new world. And then we've got this shop over here, which was like a steam power shop. There's not much on the interiors of a lot of these, so if there is an interior I will show it off, because I think it's worth seeing. But we've got this like sign that says steam on one side and power on the other. And we've got all these little streets. And something that we were really trying to do was to make this feel very enclosed, and I think we've definitely done that. Like wherever you look, like up here, you can't really see the sky much. You've got all of these buildings looming over you. You've got this building with this cog here that we showed off in our recent episode. Walk around here, down towards the river. Now, yeah, it is a lot unfinished. There's so much that we could still do in this world, but I think you know that feeling when you just kind of feel like you've done everything and you're not really enjoying it as much, and at that point you just want to start something new. So I think we've reached that point. We've got these buildings here with this little pathway up and around the side to get in. Again, nothing on the inside, but it really does add to the building. We've been on streams, we've been building a lot of these paths and things. And we've got this building around here. We're going to be finishing these paths at some point, but yeah, it's very strange to feel, isn't it? This sort of walking around. I really do love this this little alleyway here where you have to like kind of duck under to get up. Looks like you're going to hit your head. And then we've got this building here, which was our rotating house that we made an episode out of. I think there is an interior, but it's up here. Ooh. Let's see if we can land this. I'm so happy with this area though. It was definitely a challenge. You can see we've got this kind of building in here with this light, and the premise was that this part of the building would be able to kind of rotate. But yeah, this looks so good. We've got a water heater over here because it's all a steampunk area. It's all powered by steam, and we needed a way of heating the water. So it takes the water coming out of this river and puts it into a heater, and then it comes out through this pipe here, and we'll just sleep again. Just like this, and I'll have a quick drink. There we go. And we've still got loads of these buildings towering over us. We've got this one that's got a little bridge going over. If we just head back down around here, we've got all of these paths and these rocks. Again, we were going to build a bridge here. But I think in terms of like how much we did do, I'm really proud of us for doing it. If we go up here, we've got this this little bench where you can kind of sit and watch the river. And then down here, we've got, I think this was one of the first builds after the clock tower, which is kind of a little house, I think. And we've got this kind of workshop out here, this kind of stables. And then inside, this one does have an interior. You've got all of these, got leaves. This is kind of an area where you'd like take your shoes off and hang your coats. This is kind of a watermill. But yes. So there's a river on the outside that kind of powers this this watermill. The water kind of comes out and pours over, and it spins the turbine, which generates a lot of the power for the neighbourhood. And then I've got a bed, some beds there, and up here you've kind of got a little desk and things, plants. Really loved doing the interiors for these. Now these are both these are all collaborative builds that me and Frido have designed in creative and built together. We've got a little shower in here. Can't quite remember what was in here. This was a very colourful bedroom. Oh, this was like a kid's bedroom, where you've got a bed here and a bunk bed there, a colourful chandelier, and a little den here that's always good fun. And we've got another office under the stairs, and we can head up the stairs here to the kitchen. it's got all of these smokers, and you can hear the campfires crackling, and got these all of these plants over here. Maybe the texture's weird on that one, but yeah. And then you've got this kind of upstairs living area. You've got these sofas and the fireplace, really connecting in with nature, bringing pops of colour into the place, which I really, really like. Now, if we hop out here, you can see that we've got this out the back walkway. We've got some water coming out of this wall here, and this wall is one of the ones that I'm really proud of. Fredo worked on this, and yeah, we've got like these little boulders and rocks, and it's all kind of hanging down, and really looks like it's meant to be here as opposed to, well, whatever this is. Now, if we just head back up this main road, we've got some shops here that have interiors. So we've got like this kind of street where you've got this big clock up at the top, and I don't think this one has an interior, it doesn't. But we've got these like really cool window displays that obviously took a while to like design and make, and so much detail. We had a lot of fun trying to get these end crystals in. That was eventful, to say the least. You'll have to watch the whole series on my YouTube channel. I think it's episode 6 or 7 that we put these in and built all of these shops and accidentally blew it up. But if we head inside, you've got this kind of apothecary, not apothecary, they're kind of both a bit of an apothecary, I can't say that word. This one's kind of got like an enchanting table in it, and we were going to put some farms and things upstairs. But yeah, it looks really cool. I love all the sculk in here. It makes it very sort of mystical and ties into our fantasy theme. And then over here, another sort of apothecary with like cauldrons and floating candles, a bit what's the place I'm thinking of in Harry Potter? A bit Hogsmeade-y. So yeah, it definitely gives that kind of like magical vibe, which we were going for. And obviously we've been experimenting with the tough blocks and the copper, and we've got a data pack that enables all of those. Now if we head round here, this has got to be one of my favourite builds. It's one of the smallest builds, but I really, really love the detail in this one. This is a steampunk inspired greenhouse. So we go in and you just kind of get this like feeling that like there's steam everywhere, and all of these plants are quite sort of tropical, and you've got all of the got the carrots growing here. And we've got all of this kind of like tropical thing. We've got these very cool like ventilation ducts, I think they are, or watering ducts, that really make this place come alive. I love how we're bringing nature into the into it all. And I think that is the steampunk city. So let's have a good fly around, because this is what I am most proud of. In fact, let's land up here. Just like this. There we go. And just look at that skyline. Look at the level of detail. It is sad to say goodbye to it. It is indeed. I mean, we'll always have this world. But yeah, it's strange to strange to see this for one last time, and I get a bit emotional, gosh. There's so much time and detail and story has gone into this. It really has been a passion project, and I've absolutely loved doing all of this. Oh, we forgot so that's like the main area of the city. If we let's hop over here, we do have some other bits and pieces, of course, to show you as well, that are tied into the steampunk but are in the sort of more industrial area. And if I just hop over down here, you can really see that like we were trying to get it so that there's buildings across the entire skyline. Looking up and around here, you definitely feel sort of it's towering over you, which was a vibe that we definitely wanted to do. So if we just hop over this bridge, and then just over this temporary one here, we've got what we built in the episode that came out this week, episode 10. We've got our dark oak farm, which looks really, really cool. It's a massive building, one of the biggest that we did. And you've got a dark oak farm inside here, and in there you've got a moss farm and bone meal farm, if I can show you just in here. All of this is the moss and bone meal farm. And then we can just head up here to the actual dark oak farm, which, yeah, I'm sad to say we didn't get to use too much. It was a lot of effort to for not much return, really, but we had so much fun gathering all the saplings in one of the previous streams. And like just looking around at the detail, I'm so impressed with all of this. Go out and have a look at it from a distance. The amount of copper that we've had to gather for all of these builds. You've got these cogs on the back as well. I don't think you guys will have seen these. The redstone over there, and the cogs down there, little pipes coming in and out, the lava pouring down, the mechanics over here, the two cogs connected around that bit. There's so much going on. In fact, yeah, I will look at making a world download of this, so that if that is something that you want, I will make it. In fact, let's sleep again. Sleeping song, sleeping song, sleeping, sleeping, sleeping song. And now we come on to the final area that was steampunk inspired, and it's a dockyards. So we've got this little pier here, and we've got this very cool crane that's picking up the wood and putting it onto this forklift truck here. If we look at it from this side, there you go, you can kind of see the vision that we're going for. And then we've got this kind of crane house with all of these containers, the container on the ship. Over here we can actually go like this and head up onto the boat. We've got all of this. It's best to look from a distance. So you've got like these little propellers down here, and the cogs on the side, the chimneys, and it's kind of coming in from far away with this container on it. The containers are then being unloaded and put over here. You can see we've got some containers over here. We've got another pipe coming in. And yeah, it's sort of, then the containers are being unpacked, and it's sort of putting all of the logs or the copper or whatever's arrived in onto forklifts, which would then load it onto little trucks. Now if we hop inside over here, we should be able to. How do we, there we go. So in here, this was a crane house. We can see it's picking one up, one of the boxes up there. And if we just hop inside, you've kind of got this like woodcutter on the lower floor. It's kind of a workshop down here, and here you can see a piece of wood actually being cut and trimmed into different sizes depending on the build. Now up here we've kind of got like a little crew room, so everyone that's working can kind of have a little have their lunch break outside, or if it's too windy they can head inside. People can sit here and do a bit of work. And then up here we've got our water storage, so steam power. We've got to have water pipes going everywhere. We've got this pipe coming down into there. We've got all of these lights. And if we just head back around, we've got... Oh, what was this room? This was the generator and crane mechanics room. So you can see we kind of got all of this kind of like redstone looking like it's powering the system. We've got these... this is part of the crane mechanism, so this was able to kind of move back and forth along this track, which is connected up into the crane. We've got some generators here. We've got pipes coming all around, and then this just leads to the outside. So yeah, I am so pleased with all of this. Just looking around, it's such an amazing collection of builds. We've learned an awful lot doing these builds. Yeah. We didn't get to finish, but I think that's okay. Now there are a few other things. So we're going to have a kind of fairy area here and a steampunk area here. But one of the other themes that we did successfully manage to do is Dwarven. Now I think this looks really cool. All of this, all of the decoration and things, and this is where we've spent most of our time, as it's our storage room. So we've got this tunnel leading down. We've got our nether portals there. We've got the doggos that we found in our one of our previous streams, and then we've got our sorting system with our inputs, the output in the middle, some shulker boxes that we were using to gather different bits and bobs. Got all of our different items collectively stored, so we've got all of our like saplings and leaves and planks of each kind of wood stored in this complicated jumble of redstone, which is essentially an item filter for every single item in the game, and took ages to build and ages to design, as you can imagine. All my own design is definitely not the most like efficient or compact storage system, but it worked for our needs. And yeah, there's a lot of entities in here, but you've got all of the sort of minecarts going back and forth. You've got the fire, which really does tie into the Dwarven theme. And then yeah, we've got all of our items. You end up with so much stuff. In fact, stone is the one thing that we've got shulker boxes and shulker boxes full of. Like, all of this is full of stone. There's hoppers behind that are full of stone and full of shulker boxes, and all of this heading all like that's just a ridiculous amount of resources that you're never really going to need. We got all of our different, like, the same with diamonds. Now, we will have something interesting that does use diamonds in the next series that we do. So you'll have to wait and see for that. But yeah, we've got now this is one of the builds that I love the most. I said that a few times. I just love it all, really. This is our forge. Now, a lot of time and effort went in to look at it from this position here, which really does give the forced perspective. It makes it look like the room goes on for much longer. It's using color gradients and shapes and really drawing your eyes to the center, to the door over there. Now, you'd think that this is actually quite a long walk from this perspective, but when you do it, really, it only takes like 5 seconds. And then we've got a very cool piston door here that I designed. And we've got our forge. We've got our input chest, our output chest, and the fuel. And that's all connected to a furnace array down here, which is powered from a bamboo farm that is in here. We did a lot of this. In fact, we did all of this, all of the bamboo redstone and building the farm and connecting it up on a stream, which of course the VOD is on my channel right now, as well as we built the actual forge in a main episode, and still tying into the dwarven theme. And let's just take one last look at it as the doors close. There we go. And then there's only one other thing that I've got to show you, and that is what we worked on in the episode that came out this week. And that is the witch farm. If we just head through here. And just like this, through the nether portal, and we've got our witch farm. So we have what was a witch hut down here. It pushes the witches through and up there. In fact, need some more rockets. We can follow them up. And then it just goes into a very simple killing chamber, and then into another sorting system, as we've seen many times in this world. So if we just head back, and we can get one final look at the steampunk area of our world. Feels like I need to play some sad music for this. But has the music stopped? The music has stopped. Let's see if I can just quickly get some like farewell music up. It's wanting updates. There we go. I obviously haven't heard these songs before. Oh, it's actually really sad. No, we don't want this. We want it to be happy, don't we? Happy of new things to come. Let's try and find some happy music. I guess this works. Let's put that back. Might make you cry. There you go, got a bit more cheery music on now. Hopefully that won't make you cry. So, yeah, this is the final chance that we get together on stream and in videos. It's just loading in. Go on, load in. You can see all the right, let's bring the render distance up just a little bit. It sounds rudely jolly. It does, yeah. I'll just stick to my my normal mix, I think. There we go. Is it going to load in? There we go. One final fly around now. And we can end on this tree right here. And there we have it. That is the world tour. That is everything that we have accomplished on this world. It's a bit sad, but you have to remember that it's also really happy. We've got some exciting things to come. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to sharing with you guys what all of that is going to be. So yeah, I really hope that you have enjoyed this world, and you've enjoyed following us on it and all of the shenanigans and things. And don't worry, content isn't going to stop. There may be a small pause in Minecraft while I get the next world ready with all of the data packs and things and mods and things that we want to have. But yeah, this has actually been a shorter stream than I was expecting, but there we go. Can you hear me now? Yep, brilliant. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately I am going to end the stream here, guys. I just want to say thank you so much for all of the support that you've given to me, to this world, to my channel, to all of my socials. I don't think I ever expected to see growth like this and this level of support, so I'm just really grateful. I hope you have enjoyed watching this Fantasy Inspired SMP, and yeah, if you want to follow more streams, then please do make sure to follow. You can also support me on all of my social medias. You've got Twitter, Discord. The main channel is on YouTube. All of the VODs will be on there as well. Make sure to like and subscribe. And you can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. and there's so much that you can do, but thank you for just being here, thank you for being awesome, and let's find someone to raid. Who is live right now? We are going to send you on over to Martin, who is on the new 30-day hardcore SMP. They've just started a new SMP, we're starting a new SMP. So let's start the raid now. There we go. So yeah, make sure you join the raid. And let Martin know that I sent you. And yeah, thank you so much again for all of your support. Have a good one, guys. Bye.